Very good afternoon to the audience. Today, we are fortunate enough that we are accommodated by the PIB at its very ambitious workshop called Varta Lab today here in Durgapur. Now, here is the DG East of PIB, Mr. Bhupendra Kanthola. We are going to have a bit of discussions regarding this Varta Lab as well as the present media situation or status in and around this sub-region of Asansol Durgapur Industrial Zone and the state as well. Welcome, Mr. Kanthola.
Thank you.
It's very good that finally PIB has stepped into such a city like Durgapur, which is, emerging very fast. Now, please tell us something. Why such type of Vatala programs are very essential for the media persons?
For that, first you have to understand what is the concept behind Vartalap.
Right.
So Vartalap is a platform that facilitates a conversation between the media and the government communicators. So when we have a session like this, it is not only about telling about the central government activities, their schemes, their policies and programs, but also to have a discussion on the challenges being faced by the media, the problems being faced by the media, and through Vartala program, it is communicated from the media to the government, and then it helps later on whenever such policies concerning media is made.
Right. You want to say that this is not a propaganda type of program?
No, certainly not. I mean, you have attended the program today. So we had a session on 9 years of this government, which is about the government activities, but we also had sessions on social media, on how social media can be leveraged to propagate public-oriented policies like Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao, or the Jan Dhan Yojana, and so on. Then there was one session on fake news. That fake news is a matter of deep concern, and it concerns not just the media but also the society at large. So you have seen that these are the kind of issues that we took up.
Discussed at length.
Yes.
Anyway, sir, another issue that you just said that this is not a propaganda type of program.
Right.
Also, what we experienced here today. But you were just framing out PIB. PIB is an institution that is working since over 104 years. So, from my knowledge goes, it was formed by the British government and it was under the Ministry of Home Affairs initially. So, Britishers had formed this organization 104 years ago. But you are segregating these 9 years. Particularly, government of India, if you talk about it, it has started working since after 47. Why you are framing out particular time period of 9 years?
See, the Vartala program does not take a historical view of 100 years, 50 years. That is not the idea. The idea is Vartala is held every year, 4 times. And this year the government's emphasis is on the 9 years of the central government.
Okay.
So we took that as one of the themes of
Or the USP of the program.
one of the themes of the program. Yes.
Okay. It's not USP.
Well, yes, certainly, because the government has achieved a lot. I mean, you have attended the session where there were information about Digital India program, about how the digital architecture in the country has expanded,
Right.
and the Jan Dhan Yojana, the direct benefit transfer, all these things were discussed, and all this is certainly one of the major achievements of this.
And we just here today discussed about the social platforms, social media. And you also said that what government is planning,
Right.
what government is planning to implement to restrict or to help encouraging this portals, so-called portal media or the social media.
Right.
What is the current status of this, sir?
See, the social media is currently under self-regulation. There is no government
affiliation.
There is no government accreditation to social media as such. So it is a hope, it is expected that the self-regulation will continue until a policy comes in place.
Another thing, sir, that since you are in Durgapur today, you know this is an industrial zone, industrial belt, mainly core sector industries like steel and coal. It is surrounded by such industries. You know, the fate of such cities, tier 2, tier 3 cities, is depend upon the status or situation of industrial growth. Currently, the public sector units in and around Durgapur, what we have seen recent past, is that not in good condition. So, what about what you think? Do you have any such plan, or do you hold any such authority to let the government know, to formulate policies to help rejuvenation of such cities?
No, see, that is a question outside the purview of Vartalap. But
Yeah.
I'm sure that the government is exercised with this problem, and it is not something that the government is not aware of. But it doesn't fall under the purview of.
Anyway, that doesn't fall anyway. But PIB is quite, very active organization.
Yes.
To let the government know how to formulate the future policies.
Yes, that is true.
I think that was my point.
Okay. Thank you.
So you are going to say something or give opinion to the government as well.
Yeah, whatever has transpired in this, a report is made, and then we send that report to our PIB headquarters.
Just now we had a very brief discussion with Mr. Quintela, you know, and he just shared his ideas about his government, what it is planning about this state, the country, and this industrial zone as well. And of course, there was a very important part of Indian media, Bengal media as well, how to propel the courage and intensity of the journalist and journalistic attitude of this region. And I think today's discussions helped Mr. Quintela and his colleagues to know about the enthusiasm by the Durgapur journalists, so that he can ventilate the ideas, what he gathered today to the government, which may, we are hopeful and ambitious, would be beneficial to the journalist collective in and around this city. Thank you.
DSMS, a premier management college in Durgapur. Admission open for hotel management, hospital management, tourism management, BBA, BCA and nursing. Excellent training and placement assistance. Join now. DSMS, gateway to success.